Hello and welcome. My name is Philippa and I am the Understudy. Today we are going through Oral Unit Part 3, the practice exercises or the quiz section, whatever you want to call it. This is the multiple choice questions for chapters 10, 12, and 13. There are some directions here that say each of the question or incomplete statements below is followed by 4 suggested answers or completions. Select the best answer in each case. There's some more information pertaining to if you would be reading it on the page. However, all I want to say is each question will be asked, you'll be given about 5 seconds to think, and then the answer will be revealed with an explanation. Some sections are larger because they pertain to one piece of music, and I will read them first and then we will listen to it. So grab something to write down your answers and any notes that you want to make as well. And if you need more time throughout, which you might need, you can just pause it. I also recommend that you go back and listen to the audio multiple times. I've only recorded it once here for ease, but it is at your disposal so that you can listen to it however many times you want. And that should be it. If you have any questions, post them in the comments and let's get started. Question 1. Which of the following intervals is played? Is it A, B, C, or D? Let's listen. The correct answer is B. The interval played is a minor sixth. Question 2. Which of the following pitch patterns is played? Is it A, B, C, or D? Let's listen. The correct answer is A. The pattern played is a fully diminished seventh chord, diminished triad and diminished seventh. This one's tough. So start with what you know for sure. The D major triad is D, F sharp, A. Therefore, D sharp, F sharp, A is diminished. The interval from D to C is a minor seventh. Therefore, D sharp to C is diminished. Question 3. In this example, your choices are 4 positions of the same dominant seventh chord resolving to tonic. Identify the correct answer below. So is it A, a dominant seventh chord to the tonic, B, a dominant seventh chord in first inversion to the tonic, C, a dominant seventh in the second inversion to the tonic, or D, a dominant seventh in the third inversion to a tonic and first inversion? Let us listen. Correct answer is D. Listen for the fa, mi in the bass, in this case in C major. Answer D is the only answer that is not a root position tonic. The bass notes for all 4 answers should be so, do, ti, do, re, do, and fa, mi. Question 4. Which chord progression is played? Is it A, B, C, or D? Let's listen. Correct answer is C. Bass line implies harmony. Listen to the bass line, identify quality, and remember that tendency notes, the scale degrees 4 and 7, must resolve. Question 5. In question 5, you are asked to identify 3 chords in the second measure of a 3-measure progression. Measure 1 and measure 3 are both tonic chords. You will hear the example twice. You will hear the example once, it just says it here. So replay it if you need to listen to it again. Here we have question number 5. Let's listen. Correct answer is C. Listen for fa, fi, so in the bass. Question 6. In question 6, you are asked to identify the type of non-chord tone heard in the following four-measure excerpt. Identify what type of non-chord tone is prominent through this short excerpt. Is it A, appoggiaturus, B, suspensions, C, neighboring tones, or D, passing tones? Let's listen. Correct answer is B. Suspensions are the only non-chord tone in this excerpt. Questions 7 to 9 are based on a repeated 8-measure excerpt from a piano sonata. Let's read through the questions. Question 7. The meter of this excerpt is A, simple duple, B, compound duple, C, simple triple, or D, compound triple. Question 8. This excerpt contains A, trills only, B, triplets only, C, melodic sequence, D, both triplets and trills. 9. Compared to the opening tonality, the excerpt ends in the key of the A, mediant, B, dominant, C, parallel minor, or D, subdominant. Let us listen. Here we have the correct answers. The correct answer for 7 is C, simple triple meter. The time signature is 3/4. Correct answer for 8 is D. This excerpt contains both triplets and trills. Correct answer for 9 is B. The phrase shifts to the key of the dominant, from C major to G major. The modulation occurs on the second beat of the fourth measure, C, tonic, to G, the subdominant. Let's go on. Questions 10 to 16 are based on an excerpt from French opera of the 19th century. This excerpt has 3 sections. You will first hear the first 2 sections, and then the third section for the last 2 questions. Let's read through the questions together. Question 10. The meter of the opening section is A, simple duple, B, simple triple, C, compound duple, or D, compound triple. Question 11. Which of the following is not true of the opening section? A, the instruments playing the melody change, B, the melody changes amplitude, C, it is a repeated parallel period, or D, it can be characterized as a bugle call. 12. Compared to the first section, what does not change in the second section? A, meter, B, mode, C, timbre, or D, tempo. And 13. The melodic structure of the second section is A, modulating parallel period, B, repeated contrasting period, C, repeated parallel period, or D, modulating contrasting period. Let's listen to the excerpt. Here we have the correct answers. 10. The correct answer is C. The meter is compound duple. 6/8 time signature. The correct answer for 11 is A. The opening statement played by the trumpet is a bugle call and repeated at a louder dynamic the second time, also by the trumpet. The timbre does not change. The melody consists of two phrases that create a parallel period. Those two phrases are repeated, creating a repeated parallel period. Correct answer to 12 is D. The second section is the same tempo. However, the timbre changes to flute, the meter changes to simple duple, and the mode changes to minor. Correct answer for 13 is B. The second section is a repeated contrasting period. This new melody, in minor, ends with a half cadence at the end of 4 measures and a perfect authentic cadence at the end of 8 measures. The consequent phrase, measures 5 to 8, is a different melody than the antecedent phrase, measure 1 to 4. Here are 3 questions relating to the same excerpt but section 3. So let's read through them before listening to the third excerpt. 14. Which statement best describes the third section? A. It uses a poco a poco accelerando. B. It modulates. C. It cadences in minor. Or D. Both B and C. 15. Section 3 contains 4 phrases of 4 measures each. The end of phrase 2 contain A. A half cadence, B. An authentic cadence, C. A plagal cadence, or D. An elated authentic cadence. 16. In this section, phrase 2 and phrase 4 are harmonized by A. A circle of fifths progression, B. The bass line moving down by thirds, C. A descending stepwise motion in the bass, or D. A pedal bass. Now, let's listen to the third section. Here are the correct answers. Correct answer for 14 is D. The third section has the same melody as the second section, except it begins in a major key. At the end of the section, the melody shifts back to the minor key of section 2 and ends with a perfect authentic cadence. 15. Correct answer is D. In section 3, the second phrase begins with an elated authentic cadence. This actually occurs between phrases 2 and 3. The third phrase begins with the tonic harmony that ends the second phrase. 16. Correct answer is A. In this excerpt, each of 3 sections has 4 phrases. In the first 2 sections, the first 2 phrases are simply repeated. In the third section, the first 2 phrases are in B flat major, ending in a perfect authentic cadence using a circle of fifths progression. The third phrase is exactly like the first phrase. The fourth phrase sequences back to minor and ends with a circle of fifths progression using the exact same minor ending as the fourth phrase of the second section. Questions 17 to 20 are based on a short excerpt from a Baroque piece. Let's read through them. 17. The modality of this excerpt is A. Lydian, B. Minor, C. Major, or D. Pentatonic. 18. The time signature of this excerpt is most likely 6/8, 3/4, 2/4, or common time. 19. The piece is performed by A. Solo piano, B. Woodwind trio, C. Harpsichord and violin, or D. Solo harpsichord. 20. The form of this excerpt is A. Theme and variations, B. Rounded binary, C. Ternary, or D. Rondo. Let us listen to the excerpt. Here are the answers. Answer to 17 is B. This excerpt is in minor. Answer to 18 is A. The time signature is most likely 6/8, a compound duple. Answer to 19 is D. The solo instrument is harpsichord. Answer to 20 is B. The form is rounded binary, A, B, or A, B, half A. The A material is an 8-measure parallel period and is repeated for the A section. When the A material returns at the end of the B section, only 4 measures are heard. Did you also hear the return of the A modulates? Questions 21 to 25 are based on 2 short excerpts from a movement of a symphony from the classical period. We will first listen to the first excerpt and then go on to the last 2 questions for the second excerpt. Let's read through the questions. 21. What are the first 3 melodic pitches played by the violins? Is it scale degrees 4, 5, 3, a sharp 4, 6, 5, 3, 5, 4, a sharp 5, 6, 5? 22. The first 2 phrases begin with a melody played by the violins while the primary accompaniment is A. Pizzicato string, B. Arpeggiated chords by the brass, C. Pedal points from the string bass, or D. Staccato from the woodwinds. And 23. Compared to the first phrase, the second melodic phrase played by the violins represent A. A diminution, B. A literal repetition, C. A sequence down a third, or D. An extended version. Let's listen. Here we have the answers. 21. The correct answer is B. Violins are playing a sharpened fourth 6 to 5. Fi, la, so. It is a consistently heard motive. 22. The correct answer is D. In the first 2 phrases, the woodwinds are playing staccato accompaniment. 23. The correct answer is C. Compared to the first phrase, the melody in the second phrase is played down a third. Here are the last 2 questions. Let's read them. 24. Which of the following compositional devices is not being used in the second section? Is it A. Melodic fragmentation, B. Cadential extension, C. Syncopation, or D. Canon? 25. The excerpt ends with A. Plagal cadence, B. Half cadence, C. Perfect authentic cadence, or D. Deceptive cadence. Let us listen to the entire excerpt. Here we have the correct answers. 24, correct answer is D. The second section does not contain a canon. 25, the correct answer is A. The excerpt ends in a plagal cadence with 4 to 1, or a subdominant to the tonic. And that is it for the third oral unit. Awesome job. So tell me how you did in the comment section. And if you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them there as well. Or maybe make a new video. You know how it goes by now. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. And yeah, I just really want to say thank you. Have a good one.